think Rolly knocks out Tank? He's got.
Apparently,
he got the fight. It's official.
It's amazing, man. Shout out to both guys putting it on the line, and congratulations to Rolly Romero, man. I think he really does deserve it. You know, Rolly's definitely was somebody that really was shooting for that. You know, and doesn't care. You know, he didn't care who it is and who's in front of him. I think it's a great fight for him. It's a great fight for everybody. It shows because Rolando is a puncher, real heavy puncher, especially in my division. He's a big puncher. And so is Tank Davis, you know? But Tank Davis has yet to face someone like that. That's a natural 134 pounder, you know? Tank Davis, when he fought the guys at 135, he's fighting guys at 130, 126, some going up to 135. So never someone that was solid and has been 35 for maybe 6 years, 4 years, you know? That's natural weight. So it's going to be a great fight. It's all about, you know, styles make fights, of course, but somebody's definitely going down.
What do you think maybe some of the things Rolly's
I'm putting 100,000 on Rolly.
For real?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm putting $100,000 on Rolly Romero.
What do you think some of the things he will do or has to do to get that
I just feel like
job?
in reality, like Tank is a solid fighter. He is a solidary fighter. You know, he's very stylistic with it and everything. However, it's just careless. You know, and with a puncher like Rolando, as long as Rolando has the confidence in him, because I could bet on the guy and let him. You know, I'm rooting for him. And I could put 100 for Gervonta Davis. You know, I can root for both guys, but I know where I'm staying at. You know what I'm saying? I know how they feel about us and how they wanted to lie, so, you know, fuck it.
Yeah, what do you make
about similar to you, like in terms of he's fast, powerful, and slick, reflexes?
Well, yeah, he's doing what he has to do, you feel me? Like, that's part of it, you know what I mean? But consistency, you know, look at him, how he is in the off-season. Off-season, when he's not fighting, he's blowing up, you know what I mean? That's not discipline, you know? You gotta have self-discipline in this. You know, Kobe didn't stop when he was in the off-season, he kept going, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say Kobe is because he was the last really influential person, athlete for all of us.
Rolly probably made, up to date, he probably made 150,000, you know, in his whole career. Who the fuck is Rolly? Who would want $8 million to fight him?
Do you think he can win that fight with Tank?
He don't have a, huh?
Do you think he can win that fight with Tank?
Tank gonna beat this shit out of him. Tank gonna fuck him up.
You think he stops him?
He gonna annihilate him.
You know, it's fantastic. Tank is, you know, a very good fighter. You know, I think he's gonna absolutely destroy that other guy, that kid. I'm not sure what his name is, but
Romero.
You know, Romero, wherever that guy is.
How do you see that fight?
That guy's a clown, man. Simple as that. I thought Lopez Senior was a clown, but this guy's a bigger clown, man.
Bigger clown?
Bigger clown, and he reminds me of Happy Gilmore from Adam Sandler, the movie. Just, yeah, something's wrong, something's missing.
Billy Madison.
Yeah, Billy Madison.
Is it Billy Madison?
Yeah, Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison. I don't know whoever. Yeah, something's wrong with him, man.
How do you see Tank and Romero? Tank's gonna put it on him.
He's gonna destroy him.
Really?
He's gonna destroy him. I think Romero's just digging a deep hole for himself. The more he talks, you know, the more stupid things he comes on camera and says. I don't really pay attention to that guy, but you see things pop up and it's just like, who are you? Who are you?
Yeah.
Well, because you train at the Mayweather boxing gym, you're supposed somebody. You're a nobody. You should have lost a few fights ago. Not that I watched the fight, but everyone said it on social media that you got gifted a decision. So Tank should handle him pretty easily, and that'll be the end of him. You will never hear of him again.
Rolly Romero, he said he actually feels you're the hardest puncher in the division, you know, besides himself. How good is his power, and what chances do you give him of beating Tank?
I think that he's severely underestimated because the thing about Rolly's, he may look funky, but he knows his funky moves really good and his range, and he doesn't really like to put himself in danger. Like, it's just a weird way of doing it, but he does it the way he's supposed to do it. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but just know that he does have some good pop in his shots, and he could knock out Tank if Tank's not careful. But then again, Tank is small. You know, there's just a lot of attributes that might be against Tank this fight, to be honest. But, you know, Tank is a special fighter, and maybe he could find something special to do, and he could pull greatness out of him. We'll see. But it doesn't seem like he wanted to fight him too much. That's the strange thing about it. He's like, oh, man. But he should just buckle down and say, fuck it, I'm fighting, let's go.
Just in your division, Tank and Rolly. You know, I know you sparred Tank before. How do you think that fight is with Rolly?
Man, it depends on how Tank come in. You know, if Tank go in and he box, you know, he gonna make it an easy fight. But if you go in and try to, you know, bang and knock Rolly out, it's a 50-50 fight. But both of them got knockout power.
And did you ever work with Rolly too?
Yeah, me and Rolly sparred before.
What were your thoughts on him as a fighter?
They both got pop. You know, they got different type of power. You know, Rolly got like, you know, he got everything he throw power. You know, Tank got more explosive power. You know, it come out of the blue, boom. You know, so they got different type of power.
Usually when I ask a fighter, they're kind of quick to write off Rolly's chances, but you didn't do that right away. Why is that, Frank?
Shit, it's boxing. You know, it's boxing. Anything can happen. You know what I mean? So if you fall asleep in there, you get hit with a shot, you can go to sleep. So
is he at all more skilled or trick, like more method to the madness with Rolly than people may think, or he's just wild and hits hard? Like
he's just rough and rugged. You know, he's rough and rugged, but those are the hard styles to fight. You know, it's hard to fight those styles. But like I said, if Tank go in and box, he gonna make it easy.
Does he think Tank has an easy fight with Rolly, or is that a tough fight?
¿Piensas que Rolly tiene una pelea difícil para Tank o fácil para Tank?
Bueno, pues vamos a ver igual cuánto puede aguantar Rolly, hasta dónde va a aguantar.
Let's see how much you can take the pressure from Tank and where he can pass, where he can go, where's he going to be at with Rolly.
Who do you think wins that fight? Do you think Gervonta or Rolly?
Gervonta, of course. I believe he is more boxer. Rolly is a strong guy, but he don't know how to box. He's a strong guy, he's a big puncher, but he don't know how to box. The power is not everything in boxing.
You grew up with Tank?
Oh yeah, I actually fought Tank twice.
How'd those fights go?
I beat him both times, but I was always naturally bigger than him.
Yeah, you were.
And we were actually sparring partners way before we fought. You know what I mean? I'm good friends with Calvin, the whole camp. You know what I mean? Another one of my boxing bros, I feel like. You know what I mean? But
how do you think that fight with Rolly goes, man? With Rolando Romero?
I don't see nobody beating Tank right now. I don't see nobody beating Tank. I think he clips Rolly, to be honest with you. Rolly can't last in the later rounds. I think Rolly's too wide. Tank is too sharp, too quick. And Rolly hasn't really been looking that great, you know, against mediocre opposition the last few fights. So who knows, though, because fights like that really, you know, up somebody's confidence. So you never know, man.
Does Tank got to watch out at all about wanting to get him out of there early and, you know, not letting this kid get under his skin?
Right, I think Tank just got to be Tank, bro. He's got to be sharp, not let, you know, not that he ever does, but not let the outside shit get to him. And just stick to the game plan, bro. Calvin is extremely smart. They have the chemistry since, you know what I mean? It's like his second dad or whatever. So he just got to put his trust in his team and just keep doing what he's been doing, bro.
Because I was talking with Rolly over there. Obviously, these cats are in your division. If Rolly and Tank happens, you spar Tank, you're familiar with him. How does that fight play out, you think? Just keeping it real, keeping it neutral.
Honest, Rolly and Tank, being respectful, Tank gonna get that shit at the same goddamn time. Tank gonna get him out of the... Tank, I gotta censor it, my bad. Tank gonna get him the fuck out of there, though. He's going to get him out of there. The only reason I say that is because the experience, the power. I like Rolly, but his feet is a little bit too much in the mud. You know, he can't really dance, really. You know, he got flavor, but he don't really display it with his feet. So really, Tank can box. If you look at their feet, Tank he's doing some good movement in there, and then he got the power, the agility. Rolly, we don't know if he got a chin. So if I had to put money on it, Tank. Rolly, he will surprise us a little bit, but I think it's gonna be early.
Just curious, yeah, because Cruz not the biggest guy, but was able to hold his own. So Rolly's a big guy, but that's how you. Thank you for breaking it down.
Styles make fights, though, so we will see Tank have to go through some adversity, but what we'll see is how fast can Tank make a good adjustment if he is really that experienced.
Because obviously Tank was your opponent. I need to know, what are your thoughts with Tank versus Rolly?
It's a great fight, Tank's a great fighter, great power. Like you guys know, he's a great fighter. I fought him. He beat me, but he's a great fighter, and Rolly's another great fighter. He has power too. So I think in that fight, they're gonna be bombs. They're gonna be trying to knock each other's head out. They're gonna go everything all out. and I don't think that fight is going 12 rounds. I think it's gonna go knockout. It could go either way because they both have the power. So you know. But the thing is that I think Rolly is gonna be first time to going 12 rounds, or no, second time already because he already fought 12 rounds. So I think he gasses out a little bit, but you know, it could go either way. It's gonna be a good fight. That's how I could tell that it's gonna be a great fight.
And you're not leaning towards one or the other?
Well, you know, obviously, you know, Tank beat me. If me as a fighter that beat me, I want him to do good so that way I could say, oh, I lost to one of the greats. And, you know, so hopefully, you know, Tank goes and takes it.